Welcome back to the Tennis and Pickleball Club at Newport Beach as we get set for our third and final gold medal match at the LAPP Newport Beach Open. The top seed Megan Fudge just captured the gold medal in mixed doubles alongside Jack Monroe, and she will be facing a newcomer to Championship Sunday. But mark this name, folks, Kate Fahey. She is an up-and-comer in the pink tank top there on your right. Fahey, the former standout tennis player at the University of Michigan. She packs a pedigree. And Chad, you and I were watching her earlier this year. Earlier this tournament, rather. You said you have never seen Fahey play the way that she has this week. What's been different?
Well, I think it's just her recent form over the last few months. She's certainly playing a lot more pickleball right now, but I tell you what, the court coverage and her ability to apply pressure was outstanding on Thursday. There were balls that I thought the point was over, and she was getting to and hitting winners cross court. It wasn't a time where she really let up, just showing that tennis background, showing the ground strokes. Going to be a tough match here for Fudge.
This is a match that features two former standout collegiate tennis players. Of course, Megan Fudge playing at the University of Illinois. That's where she met her husband, Ryler DeHart, who also played tennis. So we got a Big Ten matchup on our hands. This one probably going to be a little bit more high scoring than Big Ten football games usually are. But Megan Fudge has been the premier woman on the single side. Dom, what does she need to do to counteract what Fahey brings?
Well, Megan Fudge has been here, done that. She has tons of experience on Championship Sunday, especially on the single side. So she knows what's about to happen. She knows the stage. My biggest thing for Megan Fudge is, can she handle the pace that's going to come from Kate Fahey? Kate Fahey packs a different punch than what Megan Fudge is used to seeing. So let's see what adjustments she can make. And like you said, this is an all Big Ten matchup here on Sunday. This almost feels like a Saturday afternoon in the fall. Illinois versus Michigan. And so we'll see what happens here with Megan Fudge and Kate Fahey.
Well, Megan Fudge, the top-ranked APP player, racking up the medal count. And as a player, it can be difficult when you're in the midst of the force to be able to keep perspective. But A.J. McCord joins us with more on how Fudge is able to keep that perspective week in and week out.
Well, leading up to today, Megan Fudge had 2 gold medal matches that she was going to contend for. We just saw her win that mixed doubles gold medal. But before she ever took this championship court, she was a spectator earlier this morning here in Newport Beach, watching her kiddos, Lily and JR, compete for medals of their own. And she said when she has a moment like this morning where she gets a chance to watch her kids compete or watch her husband, Ryler DeHart, compete, it really gives her some perspective coming into her own matches. She is an incredibly competitive pickleball player, and so she wants to win every single time she steps onto this court. But watching her family compete and realizing what a fun life that they have created for themselves of getting to travel the country, play the sport that they love all together, root each other on. It really provides that perspective before she goes into the match of her own.
Thanks, AJ. We need to start a medal count for Lily and JR as well, because it doesn't feel like there's been a weekend where they haven't gone home with a medal as well.
Well, Ryler will let you know that it's higher than his.
Yeah. Poor Ryler's. If you went Lily, JR, and Megan, it's pretty stacked. And Ryler self-admittedly admits that his side doesn't have enough. So
now listen, Ryler DeHart is selling himself short. I watched the other day as he was drilling with Lily on one of the side courts alongside your son, Landon. We already got the makings of a stellar mixed doubles team in those two.
Well, Simone's already talked about that. Well, Lily have to fight off Simone, because Simone's already talked about that she's not going to retire until her and Landon play.
So she's
together
now LeBron James and Bronny. Is that what you're telling me? Do you get that kind of contract? Because that's the real question.
Go more Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey Sr.
Yeah, there we go.
We are about to get started. We are underway here in the women's singles gold medal match. Kate Fahey at the bottom of your screen in the pink tank top. Megan Fudge at the top in the navy. Fahey comes up short on the backhand, but fellas, that is already a preview. Expect long points. This is going to be a grinded out affair.
Yeah, a lot of crisp ground strokes from both sides of the net.
Oh, that's too good there from Fudge. We are back to rally scoring now with singles.
2-0 lead for Fahey. Every point
matters right now.
Fudge puts the backhand in the net, so a side out as Fahey gets on the board.
And that's going to be the biggest thing for Kate Fahey right now is the depth of the balls that she's giving Fudge. She has to try to hit them deep, push Fudge back away from the baseline.
Fahey rips the forehand winner.
And that is what we saw on Thursday. That forehand cross-court, dipping forehand.
That's unbelievable right here. This rip forehand, no chance for Megan Fudge, let alone anybody, to get that ball.
Even if you were playing doubles, Dom, you didn't get that one.
Nope.
Oh, Megan Fudge giving it back.
Answers.
That's so good. This is going to be a heavyweight bout here, and it's odd. Now you see it changing. Yet Brandon Lane is in Kate Fahey's corner, and what happened was Brandon Lane and Megan Fudge's coach were both on the same side, both cheering for each other. Brandon Lane finally realized to get up and go to the other side now.
Oh, defense from Fudge.
And Fahey can't convert on the overhead. It's off of the edge guard as Fudge has the early double up on Fahey, 4-2.
Well, at that point, it's force your opponent to hit another ball.
Yeah.
That's all Megan Fudge is trying to do, was force Fahey to hit another ball by flipping that lob up and over. And she does exactly that. Fahey hits off the edge guard and long.
Good deep return there from Fahey and good approach. Able to get up to the kitchen line, take away the time from Megan Fudge.
Well, to call Fahey a standout at Michigan is a tremendous understatement. Her accolade list is long and extensive. But more on that, we go back to A.J. McCord.
Dorian, honestly, if I were to list all of the records Kate Fahey has had at the University of Michigan, it would take us all the way through this first game. So I'm just going to go through some of the highlights for you. She was the Female Athlete of the Year her senior year in 2019, two-time Big Ten Women's Tennis Player of the Year. She holds the Michigan career records in singles wins, winning percentage, and highest season-ending singles ranking. That's just her tennis accolades. Before she ever committed to tennis, Kate played soccer, lacrosse, basketball, gymnastics, and horseback riding before she committed to tennis in 8th grade. And she said playing all those sports growing up really helped her with two things: balance and footwork. In addition, it's given her an overall athleticism that she says really translates to her play here in pickleball, a sport that she just started competing in less than a year ago.
Thanks, AJ. The footwork has been on display already for Fahey, the three-time All-American and the runner-up in 2019 in the NCAA doubles. Made the quarterfinals as well in singles.
I thought AJ was going to give a Cliff Notes version. If that's the Cliff Notes version, oh my goodness, she's got so much.
Fahey going to challenge the out call on the far baseline as she and Fudge have been engaged in extended rallies here early on, with Fudge holding what would be a 6-4 advantage should this call stand.
You have Team Fahey over here. You have Mari Humberg, Brandon Lane, and you also have Kelsey Grambeau in her corner, as you see right there.
Well, that ball looks pretty in to me, I'm going to say. What do you think, Dorian?
I think it's I am 1 for 1 today. So
I mean, honest,
for 2.
I did not give an opinion
she
on the
pledged
first
the fifth on the first one. This one looks like right inside the baseline.
So fellas, as we take
inside part, right
as
on top.
they review this call, the question coming in was whether or not Fahey could live to the moment. We know Megan Fudge has been here on Championship Sunday. Fahey, this would be her first. What's impressed you about the way that Fahey has come out?
She's come out and she's really put pressure on Megan Fudge. Megan Fudge does like to come in after maybe 5-6 balls. She will come in, she'll work her way in. Right now, because Fahey's hitting such a heavy ball, meaning she's pushing Megan Fudge behind the baseline to hit. She's done a good job of that, and I like this on the flip side for Fahey, so she's doing a really good job.
Lead referee Carol Manifold coming out to midcourt.
Video review. The call is overturned. The ball was in. The challenge is retained. 3 challenges remain. 3 challenges remain. We'll
So the call on the court is
Fahey
overturned.
serving
Our
a 5-5.
referees for this match, Carol Manifold,
Now
just gave the
5-5.
ruling. Our tracking referee, Jae-Hyun Lim, and the video referee, Gary Shaughnessy. And if you're wondering who that cheer was from, it was Kelsey Grambo, who has added herself to the Fahey corner.
Well,
And right now, Fahey, like I'm seeing an intensity in her eyes. She just turned and was kind of facing the booth. This is gonna get dicey here.
Well, we knew sparks were going to fly at some point here on Championship Sunday, and I read an interview that Fahey gave with the Dink, and she practices 4 times a day, guys. That's how dedicated she is to improving.
A good approach shot there from Fahey, putting the pressure on Fudge and taking that cross court. She's now. The other thing to note too is that Fahey's hitting with the wind, so that's giving her the ability to hit those deeper balls, really put the pressure on.
Too close for me to call.
Oh, wait.
Side out. Point 6.
So
not gonna get
Fahey's
a challenge on
serve
this one.
sailed a little bit long side out at 6-all.
6-6.
Good absorption dink there from Fudge.
And Fahey nearly able to track it down, but it's a 7-6 lead for Fudge.
Well, and that's good patience there from Fudge as well, choosing the right ball to come up on the approach. Far too often we see those players want to rush forward on the approach shot. That's just why.
I thought the wind was going to pull it back in, but again, there's the heavy ball from Fahey, really pushing Fudge behind the baseline, and then she makes the right decision to come in at the right time.
7 up here in game number 1 between the top seed Megan Fudge and the unseeded Kate Fahey. Beautiful placement from Fahey. She paints the line and then drops it in the kitchen.
Oh man, Megan Fudge was going all body up on Fahey right there. She's going straight for her as she comes in here. And as soon as it goes in the net, Fahey uses a huge come on.
I think these two players are a little bit more similar than they'd like to think.
Oh, that's a nice ball.
Yeah,
Smart
good hold.
decision as Fahey goes back behind Fudge. She has a 2-point lead at 9-7.
Well, again, another good approach shot there from Fahey. Deep to the forehand. Fudge is on the run and then doubles up on that forehand side again for the volley.
1 minute.
Kate Fahey's taken a 2-point lead here in game number 1 of our women's singles gold medal match. The top seed, Megan Fudge, under duress here at the LAPP Newport Beach Open.
You are.
Let me have this.
Yeah, my moment.
Our Wimbledon coverage continues tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Eastern on ESPN2 and Breakfast at Wimbledon at 8 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. We'll have 8 hours of play for the round of 16. The world number 3 Carlos Alcaraz in pursuit of defending his title from a year ago. He moved through in 4 sets today against Ugo Humbert.
Time in.
Time back in here in our women's singles gold medal match between Kate Fahey and Megan Fudge.
Wow.
Oh, it's too good there from Fudge. It was the use of the lob to buy herself time to get back into the point after the good approach shot from Fahey. Fahey already missed an earlier overhead. It then opens up the opportunity for Fudge to roll that cross court. That's ridiculous on the backhand there from Fahey.
I like that spot that she goes to right there, right? When she's approaching, I'd rather her approach to the backhand side of Megan Fudge, get her moving on that side rather than let Megan Fudge come across that forehand.
Why is the backside the weaker wing?
It's not that it's weaker. I just think on the run, it's harder for Megan Fudge to hit the two-hander right there. On the run, she can really do something with the forehand like she does right there.
Now Fudge in transition, able to capitalize, get back on serve as she trails by 1.
And anyone who's hit a two-handed backhand and a one-handed forehand, you know you can get extension on the forehand, but the two-hander, you kind of are, you're not jammed up, but you can't get the extension.
Well, there's a difference on the depth. If it's a deeper ball to that two-hand backhand, very difficult to pull cross-court a lot of the time. If it's a shorter ball on the run, you'll see Fudge take that two-hand across court with the roll. Oh, she got
Smart from Fahey.
Fahey just a little tight on that last volley right there. So easy to miss the open court volley. Especially after Fudge tracked down this one right here where it almost looked like the point was done. Two missed opportunities for the approach shot there from Fahey on the good backhand down the line to the forehand. A double hesitation, and that last one just hesitated again, got caught up a little bit in the middle of the court.
Fudge able to get back on serve. 10-11.
Ball deep there, just continue to sail with the wind.
11-all on the missed return, and you boys have mentioned it, a couple of tight moments from Fahey in the last few points.
Wow, again, long with the forehand there. And like you just said, Dorian, a little tight here from Fahey.
Oh, there's a difference in getting a lead, and there is a...
Getting a lead and holding a lead?
There you go. Thank you. This is why I need you.
Oh, she tried to baby it.
Fahey continuing to apply pressure and continuing to add supporters in her corner, as A.J. McCord found out.
Yeah, Brandon Lane getting in Kate Fahey's ear on that last time out and reminding her to just stay aggressive. Keep her foot on the gas pedal coming out of that timeout and to pick your moments, which we've seen her do a little bit here since that timeout.
Thanks, AJ. A big moment there as Fahey finishes down the middle of the court. She's 2 points away from taking game 1.
Well, the big difference here is that Fahey has not hesitated on the last 2 approach shots. She's hit that approach shot, come up, taking control of the kitchen line, really put something on those volleys, and is just running Fudge all over the court. We'll get a timeout here from Megan Fudge.
Fudge trailing by 1 in the later stages of game number 1, and Kate Fahey making it very difficult for the top woman on tour as we take a look at the point construction as these points keep getting elongated.
So biggest thing right here, watch where Kate Fahey is hitting these ground strokes. She's about a step inside the baseline on most of these points. Great finish right there from Kate Fahey, but it's the ground strokes that you're looking at.
Well, the difference between hitting a ball inside the baseline or on the baseline and 2-3 feet back behind, you're taking away the recovery, you're taking away the anticipation and the reaction time of your opponent because you're getting that ground stroke on them faster.
And to do that, to take away time and recovery from Megan Fudge is no small task.
Right, the difference right now, Kate Fahey's taking ground strokes a foot, 2 feet inside the baseline. Megan Fudge is taking them a foot, 2 feet behind the baseline, and that's been the difference so far.
Fahey can't make the pickup. The ball staying low on the backhand side. 13-all as Fudge gets back on serve.
13-13.
Fudge read it like a book, and it brings up game point.
But this time, Fudge came up earlier, applied the pressure quicker, really put it on Fahey to try to force her to hit that passing shot. Probably would have liked Fahey to roll something.
14-13.
Well, we got extra pickleball here.
Oh, Fahey fired up. She's fired up. She's mad at the ball, hitting it back to the baseline right now. But again, it's Fahey controlling that kitchen line right now. A little bit of scream at Fudge and then at the crowd.
Listen, you don't get to be a
Just
three-time
screaming
All-American without some competitiveness.
as it continued into the stands. That's what it is.
Lands out, and Fahey has worked herself a game point.
Little loose right there from Megan Fudge on that forehand.
Again, Fahey just stumbling a little bit for the second time on that backhand there. The ball gets a little too close to the body, a little tight with that motion.
15-all.
Oh, she's got it.
Oh, get that one! Fire from Fahey. Game point number 2.
I mean, one thing you can't say about Megan Fudge is that she is not...
There's no quit.
She's not giving up on any balls.
Yeah, there's absolutely no quit. I thought it was over when Fahey put that angled forehand into the corner, but Fudge gets it back.
16-15. Fudge continuing to break down that backhand side of Fahey anytime there's been a game point.
I think she thought it was hit harder, so when she goes to stab it, she's out in front of it in full extension.
Well, right there too, what we had seen before is that when she hits that approach shot to the forehand side, she kind of shades that backhand line. Because Fudge had rolled that forehand cross-court a couple of times, Fahey comes forward, splits the center line, and that gets that extension on the backhand volley and misses it.
Game
points right now.
Yeah, what a stab forehand volley there from Megan Fudge. You can't give her that ball. That's patent right there.
And that's where Fahey, again, she has to, in that situation, she has to try. Fahey trying to steal the serve back right there. Fahey has to try to roll that ball once Fudge comes up to the kitchen line. If she tries for the big passing shot or gives too much height, Megan Fudge has worked on that stab volley. We've seen it develop over the last 4, 5, 6 months.
17
17-16 game point for Fudge. Down the line, backhand winner. Fahey evens it up.
That's dirty right there from Fahey. And again, in a tight spot too, with game on your paddle, she finds maybe a foot of space down the line.
Wow. Oh! Fudge going backside cross court behind Fahey. She was going big. Fahey's going big on those forehands, getting inside out more and more with the power. Pulls Fudge out wide, but again, no give up on Fudge. Tracks it down. We're going to see a 26-24.
Now Fudge has worked herself game point number 3, 18-17. Fahey continuing to fight.
Well, we're at least going to see 2018.
Right, and Fudge did not want to come up.
No,
she was forced to come up off the tape from Fahey, and it put her just a little and enough out of sorts.
A little off balance there from Fahey. Can't keep giving Megan Fudge opportunities at game point here.
Megan Fudge, for the 4th time, will serve for the game.
Wow.
We are tied for the 5th time, 19 up.
Approach, push back,
yes.
approach again. Fahey choosing the right balls to step up, put pressure on Fudge. Now here with the serve again, she has to work on the footwork here off of the return of Megan Fudge. We've seen that break down a little bit.
19.
Well, we're going to get a challenge.
Fahey calls it out.
Ooh, no. Oh, she's going to challenge?
Referee timeout. We have a challenge.
Yeah.
The call on the court was out along the near baseline. Fudge
from
will
our
challenge.
view, it's tight, but
Right.
we're behind.
And mine as well, because you might as well take it because you need a timeout anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, these ladies, I have no idea how they're both still standing right now. It's game 1.
Yeah, they're both.
It's incredible movement from both of these ladies.
This is a grinded out style match, heavy baseline action. As Fahey, this call, you cannot undersell how momentous this call is.
Yeah.
It gives a game point back to Kate Fahey should this call stand.
And it's a great job. I'm going to go to on Megan Fudge's side right now. It's a great job by Megan Fudge. Right when we pointed that out, that Fahey was taking ground strokes a foot inside the baseline, Megan Fudge made an adjustment where she was pushing Fahey back, and she's been pushing her deeper and deeper now. So Fahey's margin for error is a lot less right now. So I like the adjustment from Megan Fudge, but this is a huge call.
After video review, the out call stands. Challenge is lost. Ms. Fahey has 3 challenges remaining. Ms. Fudge, 2 challenges remaining. We will resume play at 2019. Ms. Fahey serving.
Kate Fahey called the ball out. The call stands, and she has earned a 2nd game point, leading the top seed Megan Fudge 2019 in what has been an absolute slugfest of a game number 1.
2019.
She's there.
Oh, edge guard keeps it in. Fudge says sorry right there.
Sorry, not sorry, as Fudge ties it up at 20.
I mean, that dropped just higher than Fudge wanted. And then, like you said, Chad, edge guard drop shot.
I mean, if that catches any more paddle, it's a foot wide.
Thank you for the edge guard.
Resiliency on both sides of the net.
The precision of where each of them are hitting the ball is absolutely incredible right now.
Well, you'll see right here as this point goes on, Fudge is getting that ball deeper and deeper and deeper. Started off with a couple of shorter balls. Fahey stepped forward, and then Fudge was able to push it back.
Fudge finds the space as she outlasts Kate Fahey in game number 1, 22-20.
Hey, I wasn't too far off. I said 26-24.
You did. Absolute heavyweight fight brewing here on championship court in our women's singles gold medal match. The NBA Summer League California Classic continues today on ESPN2 and ESPN+. The Hornets take on the Chinese national team at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Then it's Stephon Castle and the Spurs squaring off against Devin Carter and the Kings. It's always great to see the just drafted players play in these games. It is always great to see a competition like this between Megan Fudge and Kate Fahey. Guys, this one was an absolute battle.
Yeah, I mean, it's back and forth the whole way. I mean, dare you say Tyson and Holyfield just standing in the middle of the ring?
Minus the biting.
Right, but I mean, it's just back and forth this whole game. It ends 22-20. Some incredible gets on both sides of the net, but it was a good adjustment late by Megan Fudge, really pushing back Kate Fahey behind the baseline, which she didn't do early on.
Well, and I think what helped too is as that game went on, the wind died down a little bit. It allowed Fudge to get those balls deeper. As we see right there, a little bit shorter, pushes it down. Fahey coming forward, but Fudge getting it fully extended. It'll be interesting to see the adjustment when we go to the end change here, because now Fudge has spent a whole game really trying to hit it through the wind. You get that wind behind you for the first couple of points, and there's that chance of that ball sailing.
Megan Fudge, the top player on the women's side, has been for some time. So she's taken a stranglehold on that #1 spot. The 37-year-old from Bel Air, Florida, originally born in Dusseldorf, Germany. The collegiate tennis at Illinois, 27 medals on tour last year. That was the second most, 13 coming into this tournament. She has already added 2 more to that total, and will add at least another one. Whether it's gold or silver is yet to be determined. But she has been tested thus far by the newcomer Kate Fahey.
Yeah, Fahey's playing really well, but Megan Fudge just enough and a little bit better, making adjustments a little bit better at the end. That's why she's been here, done that, and that's the veteran going to work right there.
And game 2 is underway. Fahey puts the forehand in the net as Fudge strikes first.
Yeah, I think this is, with this end change, it's going to become a little bit more difficult for Fahey to push Fudge back. She's probably going to have to look at junking this up a little bit, adding some backspin, some shorter angled balls.
Oh, no!
That is what, no.
Winner.
And I saw that multiple times on Thursday. You think the point is done. She's fully on the run here, flicks it back, across the body. Perfect winner from Fahey. Not much you can do about that one.
The level of difficulty on that shot right there is incredible. To whip that ball back across your body, not only get it, but control it.
Fahey may be a virtual unknown to casual pickleball fans. She won't be for long. with matches like this. Smart decision there from Fahey, going back behind Fudge.
There's the junk, Chad. Yeah, there's the junk on the backhand cut right there from Fahey, changing it up. Kept that ball really low, though. That was the key.
I mean, that ball had slice a la Mari Humberg. And it's given Fahey the early 2-point advantage, 3-1 here in game number 2.
Levels wide.
And then Fahey pushes it long. You see her looking at that sideline. That ball from our vantage point looked wide.
Yeah, it's always easy to call it when you're standing still, looking at it from different,
Especially
different
for
angles,
me, yeah.
compared to running down that ball.
Fahey pushes that backhand long, so back-to-back errors have knotted this up at 3. And this is where Megan Fudge can so often take advantage, that strong mentality. And AJ, you were in both corners during the end change. Tell us what the difference was on each side.
Well, for Megan, her coach was reminding her, now that you've switched sides of the court, the wind is going to be behind you. So they want to have more depth on the ball and to be more aggressive on the ground strokes, but to be aware of the changing conditions. Meanwhile, Kelsey Grambeau was sitting next to Kate Fahey that entire time after losing that first game. And for Kelsey, she said she just reminded Kate to stay confident and trust what she can do on the court. She reminded Kate, hey, you are the more physical player out there, and so don't be afraid to use that to your advantage, especially in the bigger moments. Kelsey telling Kate that in a lot of those big moments, some players will shy away from being more physical, but she wanted to remind Kate that is your strength. So take advantage of your physicality in those big moments.
Kelsey Grambeau and Kate Fahey, partners in the women's doubles bracket yesterday. And at the end of the video that we showed of game point, you could see Fahey getting frustrated physically. And then a net cord.
So I like that approach shot, though, there from Fahey. She returned to the middle and came in, right? She doesn't give Fudge any of those big angles, right? So I think that's something to look at if she can, to go middle and not give those big angles coming in when you go to the corner or sideline.
6-4.
That's a veteran move. Still just a 2-point game here in game 2. Smart decision there from Fahey. She's had success multiple times going back behind and doubling up.
But again, though, she doesn't put a whole lot of power on that approach shot, so it forces Fudge to have to hit through that a little bit more, leaves it up.
Six all as the backhand is into the net.
I do not see this one getting any further apart. This one's going to go down to it again, just like game number 1 did.
So often and not in matches that are this tight, it comes down to who plays cleaner in the big moments. Finally, Fahey pushes it long as that ball flattened out just a touch.
I'm exhausted. Well, I mean, that's just absolutely incredible point from all of them, from both of these ladies.
I would have liked to see Fahey slice again after the initial one, because what ends up happening, so she slices, creates the backspin, and Fudge goes with the top spin. So now it gives even more pace to Fahey there, and it just flattened out on the paddle.
Wide, 7-all.
A good approach right there from Fahey.
And you can hear her starting to pump herself up, saying, come on, right now.
Yeah, came in at the right time, had Fudge full extension on the two-handed backhand.
Too good for Megan Fudge.
Not the right time right there. So if she comes in at the right time on one, and then the very next point comes in just a little premature on the next.
Well, that approach shot right there is floating, and that ball sits up perfectly for Fudge, leaving Fahey exposed in the middle of the court.
Great placement there from Fahey on the backhand.
Seems like right now Fahey's trying to go corner, 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 corner. The success she's had is when she goes corner and doubles up in the same corner. Because what's happening is Megan Fudge is reading it too well, where she's just goes one corner, and then as soon as she hits that ball, she's already sprinting to the next corner, and Fahey's feeding her.
Well, it works when you're running Fudge that far off the court, corner to corner.
And that is, inches from the sideline base. That's kind of as deep a corner as you can go on both of those. It's tough to do.
Fahey puts her nose back out in front at 9-8. It's her first lead since 2-1. Who is going to blink first between Megan Fudge and Kate Fahey? These women saving their best for last here in our third of 3 gold medal matches here at the LAPP Newport Beach Open. Welcome back into the broadcast booth. Dorian Kraft, Chad Edwards, Dominic Catalano. Guys, this one, we weren't sure how it was going to play out with Fahey's first time on Championship Sunday. She has delivered, and it's been because of those really solid ground strokes in her tennis background. How has she been able to neutralize Megan Fudge?
Well, the biggest thing, and in reality, it's for both Fahey and Fudge. You look at their timing. A lot of the time we talk about timing on the ground stroke as that we want to have that paddle set and in that ready position by the time the ball bounces. If we wait for that ball to bounce and then we take it up, take it back, now we're going to make contact deep inside the body. If we're in position, we're moving, that ball bounces, now we can move forward to it, contact's out in front, and that's what you're seeing from both of these ladies and why they're so consistent with those ground strokes. It's the timing, it's the ability to hit that ball out in front and really extend the body through the ball.
Kate Fahey trying to force a decisive game number 3 after Megan Fudge took game 1 22-20. In a first to 15 win by 2, side out 9-all, as Fahey getting no love off the top of the tape.
A little hesitation there from Fudge. Sure, well, we did get a pickup of wind as we feel it come through the booth right here. So it did push the ball down just a little bit.
Into the net post. It's a 2-point lead for Kate Fahey. That matches her largest lead of the afternoon. She's never been able to separate herself by more than 2 points from Megan Fudge.
11-9.
Trying to be too fine there on the margins.
It's there. I mean, it's a great approach, good approach shot. She kept it nice and low. Fudge hits right to her, but again, it's Megan Fudge's speed and reaction that forces her to try and be a little too perfect there.
10-11.
Fudge on serve at 10-11, up a game.
I thought that ball was going to go over and spin back into the net.
But again, that was an unforced way of getting Megan Fudge up to the kitchen line right there. It was a short ball. She didn't want to come in, but she has to come in because of the ball from Fahey.
Great ball from Fahey as she inches closer to taking game number 2.
Well, Fahey held right there. Fudge was anticipating that she was going to go back cross court. Yeah, big hold.
Biggest thing on that, I would like to see Fudge take that volley out of the air. She let that ball bounce, and then Fahey just stayed right there. And then because she stayed right there, she read it perfectly well. Fahey a little frustrated with the late timeout here as she was ready to serve.
So Megan Fudge takes a timeout, trailing by 3 here in game number 2. As she and Megan Fudge battling it out here in our women's singles gold medal match in what has been arguably the best match of the tournament, not just of the afternoon.
Yeah, it's a great match so far. Again, going back and forth. A 3-point lead seems like a mountain to climb because of the way these two ladies have been going back and forth.
Kate Fahey, not young enough to qualify for the next gen, but the next wave of talent coming in. And the APP Next Gen 2 offers a world-class tournament experience exclusively for pickleball players aged 23 and under. Register today for upcoming events in Wichita and St. Charles. Visit the app.global for more information. We saw one of the stars of the Next Gen in Jack Monroe capture the gold alongside Megan Fudge in mixed doubles. Cut sails wide from Fahey, side out.
Well, and that ball gets just a little too far behind her, and when she's trying to create that angle with the ball from behind, it's going to sail. You almost need to set that paddle out in front. Just allow the angle of the paddle to do the work for you rather than hitting it.
Fahey long off the backhand side. Unforced error as Fudge draws within 1.
Well, and Fahey had set that up nicely right there by doubling up to the backhand side of Fudge, but she just tried to rush that forehand.
Wow.
Kate Fahey has worked herself a game point.
That ball, that two-handed backhand that she set up right there, it was coming right at us here in the booth. That was heavy, lots of topspin, beautiful ball.
Fahey to serve for game number 2, leading 14-12 to try and force a winner-take-all game 3 here in this women's singles gold medal match. In game number 1, could not convert. She takes advantage of her first here. We will go the distance in our women's singles gold medal match as Kate Fahey takes game number 2, 15-12. Fellas, what an epic this is turning out to be here at the APP Newport Beach Open as we take a look at the highlights, and there are plenty to choose from between these two.
Well, Chad, we saw a couple patterns in this match that were beneficial for Kate Fahey, where instead of going sideline to sideline consistently, she doubled up right like that last ball right there. And we'd like to see a little more of that from her, doubling up just like that ball right there again, instead of going sideline to sideline every single time.
Yeah, and it's good to mix up that pattern, right? Because if you start doubling up too many times, then you're going to find that Fudge is going to hold, just like Fahey did a couple of times. But, you know, use that double up, then go back to the side, corner to corner. Fahey did junk up a couple of balls. She hit some slice a little bit flatter rather than heavy topspin on the forehand as well that we saw slide through the court.
Well, Megan Fudge has called for a medical here in between game 2 and 3 of this women's singles gold medal match. You can see her there massaging that right quad. So she will have that looked at. This will be an extended break for both players. Fellas, how does this change the dynamic as you head into game 3 with this extended break?
Well, again, you just need to stay loose. Stay loose. Be yourself in your timeout. Don't even think anything of it if I'm Kate Fahey. Just continue to get electrolytes in your body, relax, and get ready for game 3.
Get electrolytes, and getting advice from Mari Humberg is Kate Fahey as she has forced a decisive game 3. Still action ahead here at the ALAPP Newport Beach Open.
We have a medical timeout called by Ms. Fudge.
Welcome to the city that never sleeps, where stars are born and made under the brightest of lights. And that's exactly what you're going to see at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. Coverage on the court, are you kidding me?
Ends with Prince Hayworth taking home the gold medal. It's a clinical victory for Megan Fudge. How in Oshiro are golden. Megan Fudge and Yana Newell earned this gold medal. Jack Monroe, Mario Barrientos.
Who's the best doubles player in the world? The APP New York City Pro Shuffle.
Yeah, it was really cool playing right side, playing left side.
I mean, like, this format was super fun. Thanks to Ken for putting this on. This was phenomenal.
Been enjoying the atmosphere, so thanks for everybody coming out as well. Great job, New York.
Congratulations, Megan.
Thank you so much.
That was a look back at New York. What a tournament that was. What a tournament this has been. The highlight reel from SoCal is going to be absolutely fantastic. And coming up on the APP Tour, the next stop is Chicago at the end of August. Then we head down to Dallas before coming back out to the West Coast and wrapping up the year in Florida with Boca Raton and the Fort down in Fort Lauderdale in December. Additionally, on the APP Tour this year, the APP Women's Open, presented by the James, invites all women to come to the Pickle and Chill in Columbus, Ohio, October 4th through 6th to compete for a $75,000 prize purse. Visit the app.global for more information. Megan Fudge still taking a medical timeout between game 1 and 2. Having the right quad looked at. Dom, you said that if you're Kate Fahey, don't even pay attention to it, but realistically, this has to set in at some point. The extended period of sitting, it takes away some momentum from Fahey. So what does this do on both sides?
Well, I mean, obviously Megan Fudge, if she's got something going on, she needs this time to kind of get it worked out, looked at, and figure out what she's going to do moving forward into game 3. For Kate Fahey, it's, hey, eyes forward, don't look around, blinders on, let's go, don't worry about it, just look at it as an extended break, and then when we get back on court, let's go.
Well, what I'd like to see from Fahey, though, right now, she's sitting down. I'd like to see her get up, kind of move around a little bit, potentially grab, Humberg or Grambo or whatever.
Lots of options down there.
Hit a few balls out there just to keep the blood flowing rather than, getting stiff.
AJ McCord was just talking to Megan's coach and has the latest on what's going on with Megan Fudge.
Yeah, what he told me is that Megan's been dealing with a little bit of a right quad injury, and so that has been aggravated during these first 2 games. He pointed out the athleticism that has been so apparent here in this women's singles gold medal match against Kate Fahey. Both of these women giving everything they've got on every single point. And so he said she's getting it looked at right now, getting some treatment, and hopefully she'll be able to come back out here on this court to finish off this game.
Thanks, AJ. With the medical timeout, Fudge does have up to 15 minutes to get treatment. You saw Fahey there walk behind AJ as she's up and moving a little bit more. Fans filling in here at the Tennis and Pickleball Club at Newport Beach, and they have been treated to an absolute epic between Kate Fahey and Megan Fudge, and it is not done yet. Don't go anywhere. We have got a dynamic Game 3 coming up in our women's singles gold medal match.
Lillian, where did you leave your paddle? Hey, I'm Megan Fudge, and I am mic'd up.
Megan Fudge keeping the pressure.
What you're going to get from Megan Fudge is great defense.
Good try, Lil. Here we go. Go, go. Oh, great point. Nice match. proud of you. That was a great fight, right? You okay? Yeah. Good job. Get in the shade, okay? Can you say thank you to the ref? Thank you, ref. I need to go find a hair tie. Do you have a hair tie on you, right?
Yeah, but I need it.
It's got to be one in my bag. Look. Found it. See? Mom's got to be ready. Here we go. I didn't think she was that much better than you. You hustled hard. She was maybe a little bit taller and like had a little bit more wingspan. But I thought you moved well. You moved the ball around really well. You came to the net when you needed to. You were being brave out there. That was awesome. Are you going to stay here? Okay. Hmm? They're following me because they're filming. Did you have lunch? Oh, you did have some pasta? Okay, here we go. Good point. Here we go. This is part of parenting, is tracking your children down. Oh, there she is. Thank you. You okay, Lil? Come in the shape, baby. Okay, I've never played that one. Can I play that one?
How you feeling today?
Feeling like winners, right, Lily? Feeling like a winner.
All right.
Oh, go, 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 go. Uh-oh. Oh, one more, quick, quick, quick. Yes.
55.
Yeah, Lil. All right, what's the high score?
The highest?
Yeah.
215.
215? Oh, my gosh. All right.
How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good about this.
Are you 2, 1, action.
Oh, gosh.
5, 10, 15.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Lily, any balls? Oh, picture? Yeah? Yeah. Oh, good choice. Good.
Lily DeHart clearly knowing what's up. Why is the camera following me? Forget you, Mom. You've won all the gold medals, but clearly the camera is here for me. That is a next gen in training in Lily DeHart. A beautiful moment between mother and daughter. That was Megan Fudge. And Megan Fudge has requested a medical timeout. She is still off court. She took game 1, 22-20. Took Kate Fahey took game number 2, 15-12. You can see Fahey there up and moving a little bit more as this has turned into extended break. This is how we got here, guys.
Yeah, and it was a back and forth battle in game 1, obviously with 22-20. Fahey was trying to apply that pressure, taking those balls early, and then Fudge made the adjustment and started pushing her deeper into the court, taking away her ability to put pressure, and we see on that game point there, stretching Fahey out down on the backhand side.
And then in game 2, it was all Fahey, and what Fahey did really well was she doubled up on Megan Fudge a few times, going backside on her, goes here, and then goes back to the same spot. Megan Fudge was reading her really nicely where she was going sideline to sideline, but Fahey did a good job of changing up that pattern, and that gave her game number 2.
An extended break here between games 2 and 3 as we get ready for a winner-take-all game number 3 between Kate Fahey and the top-seeded Megan Fudge. Fahey now out on court warming up with Mari Humberg, and there's been a contingent of players in Kate Fahey's corner during this timeout. AJ, what is the mentality and the advice being given to Fahey?
Yeah, Doreen, you guys have been talking about that dynamic for an opponent when you have something like this, an extended break like Megan Fudge has called here with the medical timeout. And so, of course, now you're seeing Kate Fahey warm up with Mari Humberg. That's one aspect of it, is physically, how do you stay ready and warm? Kate Fahey has opted to sort of rest for the first few minutes of this medical timeout and now getting her legs back warm. The other aspect of it, though, is the mental side of the game, making sure that you're ready mentally and locked in so that when that whistle goes and you get back onto the court, you bring it with the same intensity that got you here. There's an element of making sure that you stay locked in mentally, because that is one of the harder parts to navigate when you have a break that you're not sure how long it's going to be. And so the players sort of having a variety of strategies that they come out and deal with it, but the overarching theme is just to make sure that you bring the same intensity out of this extended timeout that you had coming into it.
Easier said than done as Megan Fudge is back on court, a heavily taped right thigh. Guys, how does a potential quad injury change how Megan Fudge goes about constructing her points, as we have seen these games be extended points and go beyond the 15-point minimum?
Well, one, if I'm Megan Fudge, it's, all right, we got about 20, 25 minutes to really go for it. She has to go for it, not think about it, and not let it bother her game. On the other side of the net, Kate Fahey can't focus too much on it either. She needs to do exactly what she did in game number 2, continue to double up on the backside of Megan Fudge, not get into that pattern cross-court to cross-court continuously. If she does that, she'll be perfectly fine.
I mean, honestly, if I'm Megan Fudge right now, and we saw her in game 1 and game 2, like tracking down every single ball, bouncing off the fences, yes, she has to be smart right now on how hard she's going to push it and what the upside of tracking down a ball where she's so far off the court.
For the latest on Megan's injury, we head back down to AJ. What'd you find out?
Well, so I was talking with Megan's coach, and he said expect a strong performance from Fudge when she comes out here. Obviously, she got some treatment on that right quad, which he told us earlier. She's had a little bit of a strain, a little bit of a nagging injury, if you will, in that right quad area. And so she got some treatment on it. As you can see, heavily wrapped as she comes out here to get this third game underway. But her coach saying with emphasis to expect Megan Fudge's best.
Thanks, AJ. We've seen the physicality between these two women throughout the course of this match. How do quads factor in to the level of physical play, and where do they potentially compromise what Fudge is usually able to do?
Well, yesterday we saw it with ankle, right? Jill Braverman twisted her ankle in the middle of the match, and it really hindered the way she could push off that ankle. Same thing here for Fudge, the way she can push off that quad.
Well, push off and also load, especially on that forehand side, because that is the heavy load leg. Doesn't need to load on that one, though. Nice little absorption volley.
My thing, too, for Megan Fudge, if she's really, limbering with that injury, you're going to see her come to the net a little quicker. Try and end points a little sooner.
Fudge puts the backhand into the net. There's something to be said as well for Kate Fahey and how you have to put Fudge's injury out of your mind and continue to attack in the way that you were in games 1 and 2.
Wow.
Yeah. Right there, that's a ball that Fudge was able to get to. She still may not have gotten there in game 1 and 2, but she was closer than that ball.
I don't think anybody's
getting to that one. That's a perfect angled volley there from Fahey. She's fully outstretched. It's out in front of the body. And Fudge again saying, hey, anything you can do, I can do too.
2-all in game number 3. 1 game apiece between the top-seeded Megan Fudge and Kate Fahey. Great angle there from Fahey, under control as well.
Looked out.
Well, that's kind of a slap forehand there as well. You saw the shape on it where it starts tailing toward the sideline there.
Fahey puts away the overhead to retake the lead.
She tripled up on the backhand side of Megan Fudge on that point. Again, it's keeping Fudge guessing is the key for her right now.
And Fahey continuing to play into those elongated points.
Oh, that's a big
Whips the forehand winner, and Fahey lets out a come on.
Well, and right now you're seeing probably about a half-step loss from Megan Fudge. And with how long these points are and how much Fahey is moving her around, that is a big issue for Fudge as far as the timing and getting there for those ground strokes.
So how does Fudge compensate for the half step?
All right, honestly, right now I would probably use Balls out. I would do exactly what Fudge did right there. Take a little bit of pace off and force Fahey to have to try to generate more pace herself, because then that increases the chance of Fahey missing into that or pushing that ground stroke deep.
3-5. It's ripping winners from Fahey right now.
And for me, it's more Megan Fudge has to get out of these long points. So there's two ways to do that. Either she comes up or Fahey comes up. She could either play shorter and force Fahey to come up so she can try and hit passing shots, or she's got to come up sooner.
Getting a gift on the missed serve.
I would almost say, go back to old school Megan Fudge, where we saw that she used to get a lot more height on that forehand. It's almost more of a looping forehand, looping backhand, and she'd throw in the slice, really throw off the timing. She's added more power to her ground strokes, but this is a situation where you give power, you're going to get power.
Fudge. Absolute beauty of a forehand.
Yeah, it's a great cross-court ball right there from Megan Fudge. It was really all she had and all she could do, and she executed it perfectly.
It did look to be stepping a little gingerly, though, after that last shot. Fahey clips the tape, and we are tied at 6.
Those are free points from Fahey right there, and then on the serve, just get a little loose.
I mean, if you're Fahey and you know that your opponent may be struggling, do you try to just elongate the points and make her move more?
I mean, make it hit more balls, but you've got to dial in and still focus on the timing, still focus on that precision that she had previously. And then when it's the right ball, go a little bit bigger. We saw huge forehands there at the end of game 2.
7-6.
7-6 in favor of Fahey. Missed return. It's a 2-point lead.
We go from game 1 and game 2 that were just clean as can be. Game 3 now, not only Megan Fudge getting a little loose, Fahey's gotten a little loose on some points, and so now we're all like, we're back and forth here. It's like no one wants to take charge.
We head into the end change with Kate Fahey holding on to a 2-point advantage over the laboring Megan Fudge. UTR has unveiled the official pickleball rating system of USA Pickleball and the APP. Get your rating today at utrsports.net. Our third and final gold medal match of the day has not disappointed. Megan Fudge and Kate Fahey going the distance. Fudge taking game 1 22-20. Kate Fahey consolidating game number 2 15-12 as she leads by 2 here in this third and final game. First championship Sunday appearance for Kate Fahey. You have a feeling if this is how she plays, it is not going to be her last.
No, she's playing really good. Both of them need to just clean it up here a little bit in game number 3. Whoever can get on top here and kind of clean things up is going to come out with this victory, but both of them a little loose here in the third game, a little different from games 1 and 2. We resume play here. 8-6. Fahey leads in game number 3.
8-6.
Fahey ready at the kitchen line and waiting to put away the forehand.
That is a big backhand volley there from Fahey. We saw that Fudge ended game 1 on that outstretched volley of Fahey. This time she's able to get enough paddle on it.
And Fahey trying to paint the corner pocket just long.
Yeah, good battle right there for Megan Fudge, staying in that point.
7-9.
Even though it was a longer point, she wants to get out of those elongated points right now.
Oh, nearly got there. What an exchange.
Well, the issue right now is that Fahey, even though she's trying to make Fudge move, she's hitting a lot of middle balls, and now Fudge is able to put that pressure on, really pinch her into those deep corners. Fahey somehow has to try and either change up the pace to get Fudge to be able to move, or hit those corners a little bit more to get Fudge moving like that.
Goes down the line, back cross court. Fudge on the move and delivers a forehand winner.
And if you watch the long point from 2 points ago, after Fahey would hit a ball, her arms would drop down to her sides. She was beat in the middle of that point. She was tired. She was exhausted. Megan Fudge, nothing changed.
Fahey gets the friendly roll off of the tape.
I think Megan Fudge is going to challenge this.
Yeah.
And it gave an extra stare down to the sideline.
But it's her.
Oh, correct.
And you can
She can't
no
challenge her
longer
own
challenge
call.
your own call. That is a new rule that has been instituted since New York. It is a point for Fahey as she leads 10-9.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the in ruling. The in ruling puts us at 10-9.
Yeah,
We'll
but
now
she
proceed with
didn't.
video review.
She didn't make a call, and then the referee said by ruling the call is in. So now she's challenging the in call, but if she shouldn't be able to challenge this call right now.
An extended conversation between Fahey and our lead ref, Carol Manifold.
Yeah, that's what's interesting right now because no call
The
was
ball
made.
looks like it's in, but there was no call made, so therefore the call was in. So in reality, she's not able to challenge
her
it.
own call.
And we'll work to get some clarification as Fahey continuing to have a conversation. And here comes Fudge as they want to talk it over. And should the call stand, it would be 10-9 in favor of Fahey, as lead referee Carol Manifold said the call is in.
And the reason why, the other reason why I'm saying she shouldn't be able to challenge this call either, because then it's, why would I even make a call on the court if, okay, that ball's close, I'm not even going to call it. By ruling, that's in because I didn't make a call, or I'll just challenge that call now because technically it's the referee's call.
And so the video review rules are that the call must be a rally-ending shot, and you cannot challenge your own call. We've already seen several challenges in this match. Both Megan Fudge and Kate Fahey had 2 challenges remaining coming into this game. This is an extended conversation between our lead referee and our tracking referee.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to come back that that's an unchallengeable call.
Here's Carol
After
Manifold.
video review, the ball was in. The challenge is lost. Ms. Fudge has 1 remaining challenge. Ms. Fahey has 3 remaining challenges. We will resume play with Ms. Fahey serving at 10-9.
So Carol Manifold's call was upheld. The ball is in. It is a point for Kate Fahey. Megan Fudge loses a video challenge, and it is 10-9 in favor of Kate Fahey.
Court coverage.
I mean, just when you thought that point was over right there, Megan Fudge hits a very off-balance overhead. Fahey looked to be in control, but she couldn't do much with it right there.
10-10.
Great battle from Megan Fudge.
Fahey answers the call.
Point 11.
But I will say this, that Kate Fahey is much more solid on that forehand volley compared to the backhand volley. If Fudge is able to go anywhere with that passing shot, it's to the backhand side to try to stretch her out. We've seen more errors come from that.
On cue, off of the backhand wing, pushes it long, 11-all.
Well, another game going to come right down to the end.
Who will blink first in this battle between Megan Fudge and Kate Fahey?
Wow.
Fudge inside the line as she retakes the lead.
So you know how I said she was losing half a step? She's not losing half a step.
No, but the issue with Kate needed to double up right there.
And shorten it up.
Megan was already sliding to the backhand side.
Fudge 3 points away from the gold medal. Sails long on the lob, 12-all.
Sometimes, Chad, sometimes you and I, we know what we're talking about, sometimes. But again, she doubled up and she had Fudge leaning to the backhand
12-12
to tie it up right here.
Fahey going to challenge the line call as Fudge called it long on the near baseline.
Get a challenge here for sure.
Point
Again, naked eye looked possibly in, but Fahey was pretty
adamant.
Yeah, adamant that. Thank you for the adjective.
I'm here for the big words.
Video review.
That ball's in.
You go back to game number 1. There was a video challenge at 19-all. It ended up being Fahey's point. She went up 20-19. It was a game point, could not consolidate. Fudge came back to take that game 22-20. And in game number 3, there has been no greater margin than 3 points on either side. That's how tight this match has been. There has been almost no separation from the beginning.
It's been, like we said, it's coming down to it. It's going to come nip tuck here. And here's the issue. Here we go. If it's out, it's 12-12. If it's in, it should be, scoreboard. If scoreboard's correct.
Scoreboard is 12-12. If this
with
call,
with the call.
No.
Okay.
Prior to the call. So it'll be 13-12 either way.
13-12.
And once again, someone is going to be within 2 points of the championship.
It's going to be Kate. The ball was in.
And so it will be Fahey who wins the challenge. She retains her video challenges. She has 2.
Has 1 challenge remaining. We will resume play.
Fudge doesn't lose the challenge because she didn't challenge it. It was her call.
Yep.
But she, yeah.
So Kate Fahey to serve, leading 13-12 in this decisive game 3. Megan Fudge coming up big in a huge moment.
Again, she drops it to the right side. She drops it to the Fahey backhand. That's not her strong volley right there. Fahey trying to triple up on the forehand to open up the backhand.
Valiant effort by Fahey, but it's Megan Fudge who has the first championship point.
Good approach there from Megan Fudge. Right timing.
Timeout receiver, 14-13. 1 minute.
And timeout taken by Kate Fahey as she is facing a championship point. Guys, what do you want to see from Fahey coming out of this timeout?
Big return.
Yeah, big return. I like where she was going. She keeps going to that forehand side of Megan Fudge. If she can double up in that corner and come in, It has worked recently, but she's got to be aware of the two-handed backhand if she goes to that side.
Yeah, and that's what I would say. I would say if she's going to approach from anywhere, double up on that forehand, go to the backhand, go back to the forehand, and that's the approach shot that you come forward. Because then she can shade that backhand side just a little bit. Fudge is going to have to try to go cross-court with the roll on the run, which gives Fahey a little bit more time to react. But by going to the backhand side on the approach, she's opening herself up for that cross-court roll on the two-hand backhand to the weaker volley side of her backhand.
Megan Fudge to serve for the gold medal. Fahey finds the angle.
But again, it's the approach shot off of the forehand.
Off the forehand.
It gives her the easier volley on the backhand side compared to if Fahey had tried to approach on the Fudge backhand. We've seen a couple of them where she's missed that backhand cross-court volley. Dug deep for the last backhand.
All the way back. She was beaten in the middle of that point. She was exhausted.
She dug deep for that last backhand. Her ground stroke, she could just hear it in the grunt that it was not a forceful grunt. It was getting weaker and weaker. The balls were getting shorter and shorter. And then that last backhand grunt was big and deep.
It was big, but she almost deked coming up. You saw her. She took 3 steps forward, and I think Fudge saw her out of the corner of her eye and wanted to go right at her coming up.
And now it's Megan Fudge who takes a timeout facing a championship point. Fellas, your quick takeaways from this one.
He caught his cat taking a drink.
I mean, but biggest thing right here. I mean,
there's been so much action. We haven't had a chance.
This may go down to something similar to Game 1. This may go into the 20s here.
That's what I would.
Because again, right now it's about who can execute, and they're executing their game plans, like alternating it right now. And the biggest thing right now is that last point. Kate Fahey did exactly what she wanted to do, and like you said, Chad, there was just a little something extra in that last one. But I seriously think Megan Fudge almost peeked up and saw Fahey took 2 or 3 steps in, and then she stopped and retreated.
Yeah, if I'm Fudge right here, I'm going big return, backhand side to go back behind Fahey right now, try to get that shorter return and potentially hit an early approach shot and come forward.
Fahey pushes it long off the backhand side.
Wow, she went to follow it in.
Yeah,
she overhit it.
15-all. We play on here in game number 3 of our women's singles gold medal match. Continuing to force the issue.
Triple up on the backhand side there from Fahey. And again, it was kind of middle, a little bit deeper, and then the big backhand that she was going to follow in there, putting the pressure on.
It's brought up championship point number 2 for Kate Fahey in her first ever Championship Sunday appearance.
16-15.
This is going to come down to a deep ball or in the net. Neither Fudge or Fahey are looking to come to the net right now.
No.
They're just grinding out the baseline game, and it's going to come down to an unforced error.
Neither woman willing to back down. 16 all. You have to win by 2. Fahey comes to the net, gets it cross court. She heard you, Chad, and it has earned her another
she was the one that
point.
I thought it was gassed that wasn't going to be coming to the net.
Maybe because she's gassed, though. She's like,
Sure.
I'm trying to end this
Changing
early.
the tactics.
Right. But I agree, Chad. I did not think either one of them were coming up anytime soon.
Third championship point for Fahey. Into the net. She had Fudge dead to rights.
The issue here, though, is that volley right there, she didn't do enough with it. Tries to double up on the forehand side. And then it's almost like Fahey changed her mind right as she was hitting that overhead.
Mark it down. Mark it down. You don't let a champion up. And that's exactly what she just did right now.
Kate Fahey has had 3 opportunities at taking this gold medal here in our women's singles match against the top player on tour, Megan Fudge. It's 17 all. With championship point number 2.
The overhead has given Fahey issues this whole match.
Timeout, server, 18-17, 1 minute.
Oh, a timeout here from Fudge.
Fudge takes the offensive timeout, leading 18-17. You like this decision?
I almost don't right here. I don't, because I feel like on Fahey's side.
You just got the momentum.
Yeah, on Fahey's side, she's a little tighter right now, and you're going to allow her to calm down. I know that you may be a little tight in your hamstring right now in your quad, but you have that momentum. You just fought off a couple. She had a sitter for match point, championship point, and missed it. Keep that in her head. Do not let her regroup. See how it plays out, though.
This is why you play to the very end. You never know what is going to happen, as this has been an absolute epic between Megan Fudge and Kate Fahey. 22-20, game 1 to Fudge, 15-12 to Fahey in the second. And as it stands, it is 18-17. Megan Fudge will have championship point on her paddle here in game number 3. The crowd getting into it on championship court.
Time in. 18-17.
Yeah, there it is.
The heart of a champion. Megan Fudge outlasts a furious effort by Kate Fahey as she captures the women's singles gold medal in a match for the ages. Fudge takes game 3, 19-17.
How poetic on a backhand cut volley right there from Megan Fudge. It was one of her first couple points that she did that on, and we're like, that's something she's got to watch out for, Kate Fahey, and that's how it ends.
Megan Fudge is the last woman standing. She wins the women's singles gold medal. We will hear from Megan Fudge when we return here at the APP Newport Beach Open. To you.
Megan Fudge comes out on top, Chad. It was an absolute grind for both of these ladies, but how did Megan Fudge get it done?
No, and early on in game 3, it looked like Fudge had lost half a step, but potentially just conserving some of the energy. Fahey really putting the pressure on, but Fudge never gave up. Perfect passing shot down the line there from Fudge, and then taking game point, well, match point here on a perfect cut backhand volley. We're going to throw it down to AJ McCord, who is courtside with Megan Fudge.
Megan, what a performance. First off, have you caught your breath?
Not quite. It's going to probably take a day or two.
Understandably so, because you and Kate just exchanging strokes there on that women's singles gold medal match for the ages. What did you rely on to stay in those points, especially when you face multiple championship points on the other side?
Probably my time at University of Illinois playing tennis. Credit to that. So Big Ten win against Michigan right there. So, but no, I mean, like, credit to Kate. She played phenomenal. She's had a great tournament. She beat a lot of really good players on Thursday. I knew going in that she was going to be a really tough one. Great fighter, ball striker. So all credit to her.
Megan, this is your third gold medal in 2024 in women's singles. What did it take for you to win this one?
My leg, my heart, my guts, my everything. You know, I've been, the last month, I haven't really been training a lot. Been doing some other things, just growing the game worldwide in Asia. So, you know, just proud of my fight. I know I've got a lot of work to do. Davidson, my coach, has lots of notes for me. So, got a lot of work to do in the next couple of weeks, but just glad to have gutted out.
Congratulations, Megan. Well earned.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Megan Fudge, our women's singles gold medalist here at the APP Newport Beach Open.
Megan Fudge with a well-earned victory over Kate Fahey. I'm not sure anyone has made her work as hard on tour in the last 2 years as she had to work today to capture that gold medal over Kate Fahey. And you may have forgotten, because this one was just that good, there were two other gold medal row, taking the mixed doubles as the 2 seeds over Will Howes and Bobby Oshiro, as we welcome you back into the broadcast booth for the final time here at the Tennis and Pickleball Club at Newport Beach. Fellas, everyone's caught their breath, but your one, I haven't, I don't know. Your takeaways from the tournament as a whole.
Quickly, I mean, great job. I mean, that match right there, Kate Fahey, Megan Fudge, absolutely insane. Looking forward to more of that this year.
Well, the biggest thing for me, and we're going to see more of this as well, is it's a difficult road for the top seeds. We only saw a few make it through, so it'll be interesting to see Chicago.
The sport of pickleball getting tougher and tougher. Little dance moves. We're having fun out here on the West Coast. New faces making themselves known. The top players showing up big in the moments that counted. It has all gone down here at the LAPP Newport Beach Open. So for Dominic Catalano, Chet Edwards, AJ McCord, I'm Dorian Kraft saying so long from Newport Beach. We will see you in Chicago.